Alright, so a lot of you hate, like I do, that you can't turn the lights on when you're driving, you know, these dome lights when you're driving to help your kids see something that they dropped or whatever it might be. Most cars have a dome override button like my Suburban does. Either a button or the part that you just scroll up and it clicks on so it turns on all the lights. Anyway, we just bought this. It's a 2016 3500 NV, and I'm going to show you how to add a dome override, hopefully. So this panel right here just lifts straight up. I took this seat here, took this out. I just pull it straight out, and then the piece for that is under here. Okay, sorry. So this piece just pops straight up right there, and you're exposed the wiring harness underneath. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie in to this wire here, which is your door switch. So every time you open your door, your dome lights come on. So basically there is, when this piece is open, this actuator, it grounds out right here on this screw on the frame. So we're gonna add a switch. We're gonna tie into that power wire that goes up to this. We're gonna run a switch up to this blank here, and just tie it in right here so my wife or I can turn the dome lights on. And then we're also gonna add, since we don't have any, it's all plastic up here, we don't have a ground, we're gonna add a ground wire from there to the frame somewhere. So okay, so what I had to do was I unscrewed that bolt that was right here, and then it's only got one wire to it, so this is a power wire to here, and then it grounds out. So I had to find out which wire that was down here. You have your wiring harness along here. You have a bunch of blue lines in here. Some of them are the same color, so what I did was I just gently pulled down on this and the wiring harness goes up to here. So, and then I pulled a little bit and I was able to figure out this wire and trace it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this wire. So this is the easiest place I can find to tie in because all the wires go up into these harnesses. So I've got the door switch light, and then I'm adding a cable that I snuck through the original wire harness, and I'll put it up to this switch up here. And so yeah, I'm just going to use one of these cable crimps and add that to the leg, and hopefully this works. Make sure you tape this all nice so it's all protected. I've got it spliced in there, switches back in, and then I wired it back up and zip tied to the original harness. And so here's what I ended up with. I've got a switch from the local hardware store, just a 2-pole or a single pole switch that interrupts the connection. I'm probably going to shrink wrap these connections just so they're protected from each other. And then I ran the ground. If you take this panel off, there's 2 screws underneath, and then you just pop the panel down, and then you can get this. Everyone should have a blank. This was actually before I cut the switch in. This was just right here, like this one. So I took that out. I added a little rocker switch, and then I ran the ground. There's a good ground connection here that goes to the frame. And this was just for tests. I'm gonna put the right connection on here, put a circle connection, and then wire that up. And then this is the wire, obviously, from the power from the door switch. So I'm gonna plug this back in here and put everything back together, and hopefully it works. So I've got everything back together and everything works great. So this is what it looks like. Just a little black, inconspicuous. It's close to the lights. I didn't want to put it here just because if there was another button here, I might turn the fog lights on accidentally. So just down there, show you. There you go. Switched on, switched off. They auto dim off just like you close your door. Only thing doesn't bother me, but if this will bother you, don't do this. If you switch the switch on, it will tell you, since the wire is tied into your door, it will tell you that your passenger door is open while driving. Anyway, that's not the end of the world for me, so I'm happy with my override switch to see my kids. Or my kids see their objects, more like. Alrighty, I will post this video, I guess. That's it.